Today, I'm going to talk about another William Lane Craig argument, the argument from morality. William Lane Craig's theistic moral argument argues God exists because so-called objective moral values and duties exist. The argument goes like this. Premise 1, if God does not exist, then objective moral values and duties do not exist. Premise 2, objective moral values and duties do exist, therefore God exists. If valid, Craig's argument entails two conditional statements. First, if theism is true, then we have a sound foundation for morality. Secondly, if atheism is true, then we lack a sound foundation for morality. Let's start with the first conditional statement. If theism is true, then we have a sound foundation for morality. Craig endorses divine command theory, or DCT. DCT states morally right actions are the ones God commands us to do, while morally wrong actions are the ones God forbids us to do. Suppose God commands us to do X. How do we know X is good? If we believe X is good based on faith, DCT fails at providing a rational basis for moral duty. If we believe X is good based on an independent moral standard, DCT is false. Either way, DCT is not a sound basis for morality. Even if there is a God, why should I follow all his commands? Considering my arguments against DTC, this is hardly irrational. One could use one's independent moral standards to determine that heaven is a celestial North Korea and choose punishment in the afterlife over obeying a totalitarian regime. Let's turn to Craig's second conditional statement. If atheism is true, then we lack a sound foundation for morality. We should care about morality for pragmatic reasons. Ethics helps create the complex social, legal, and economic and political institutions we have today. Without a process to engender cooperation, it's unlikely we would have achieved the standard of living and technological advancements we have now. It isn't arbitrary to ascribe humanity some kind of special moral status beyond other animals. Human beings have a propensity to psychological altruism that is not found in non-human animals. While non-human animals engage in biological altruism to increase individual or group reproductive success, or behavioral altruism in order to increase their own well-being later, only human beings act in a psychologically altruistic manner. After using our basic affective states to perceive the desires of a beneficiary, we can change our desires to more closely match theirs, causing us to act differently than we would if we were by ourselves. Once early humans formed social situations that required them to remedy altruism failures, their capacity for psychological altruism made them uniquely situated to participate in the ethical project. We can also attack Craig's second premise. Craig claims we know objective moral values exist through our God-given faculty for moral intuition, a direct immediate experience of objective moral values. He proceeds to claim God exists because God is the best explanation for objective moral values, the ones we supposedly know exist through our God-given moral intuition. Craig posits a God who endows us with moral intuition to prove there is a God who grounds objective moral value. Craig claims our God-given moral intuitions are a properly basic belief, a belief we are rational to hold absent any overriding reason. Craig's bad epistemology attempts to shift the burden of proof onto the naturalist. Craig offers no justification for the notion of properly basic beliefs. Absence of any reasons to accept his epistemology, I reject Craig's second premise. Craig also argues for the supposed faculty of moral intuition by drawing a parallel to our supposed experience of an objective physical world. His claim was trivial considering we don't experience an objective physical world. What we experience is a mind-dependent model of the physical world given to us by our perceptual faculties. Other species evolve different models of the physical world which enable their survival just as our models enable ours. Craig's parity argument fails to humble the pragmatic naturalist because it's a simple conceptual mistake. Craig's divine command theory faces too many epistemological issues and conceptual difficulties to succeed. Both premises of Craig's arguments are unsuccessful. Craig's moral argument is unsound. If you're interested in philosophy and religion, you might want to check out my video debunking William Lane Craig's cosmological argument if you haven't already. If you liked this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.